Okay, so that's a John Lennon song called Mind Games, which was written about Smash Brothers back in the 70s. And, you know, John played Falco. And, well, that's what he did. Smash 74. Really cool game that was. Hands off my prick, is what Falco says. Okay, so I'm just going to... I still haven't finished making my levels. Because I've just, again, bricks. Brown of them. Lots of them. And that's been my life lately, so I just haven't had a chance to. But I did finish the story mode, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play a couple more story mode stuff. I'm gonna just do a couple to get warmed up, and then I'll do some of your levels. So again, if you want me to play your levels, tweet them to me at Vinny Vinesauce. Vinny, have you ever knew someone that got pregnant? Well, I am 34. I mean, at this point in my life, everyone's getting pregnant. Yeah, I mean, Captain Falcon, I wish him well in his life. That was unrelated, by the way. That was totally unrelated. Different conversation entirely. I was just thinking about Captain Falcon. I was hoping he was doing well. That's all. Gregante? I'm telling you, be careful, okay? You have to eat lots of celery, and citrus. Otherwise, you might get Gregante. And I hear you have to take a shit when you're done. It gets rid of the Gregante cells. After you eat the celery and the citrus is what I'm talking about. Good. So now that you've heard my advice, and now that everybody here is all educated, we've done the birds and the bees and the sex talk, now you know. Vinny, did you hear CTR patched in microtransactions once the positive reviews were already published? I read that as published, which is how I feel about that story if it's true. That makes no sense, but I don't even care. Well, that's one way to do it. I have to say, that is deception. That is, only Activision could make something like that happen. They are very, very experienced at this by now, so... EA would find a way to do it. But it would be called, not a microtransaction, yet something else. EA, made an announcement that, people aren't buying their games on the Switch. Like, people just don't want to buy EA games on the Switch. They buy it on other consoles. And I've seen people online say, yeah, that's a feature. That's not a problem. I mean, it's not like they have... It's not like they don't have a good game every now and then. I mean, you can complain as much as you want about the publisher, but they do have some good games here and there. It's just a matter of, they have ruined their public perception. And there are people that support EA. I will, you know, I hear from them every now and then when I make fun of them. Because they are easy target. They are, at this point, low-hanging Wumpa fruit. Wait, that's Activision, never mind. But the truth is, you know, they publish some good games, and they can continue to do that. But that doesn't make me like them anymore. I don't like what they did with Star Wars, and that new Star Wars game looks alright, I guess. I mean, I do like Respawn, but... well, I guess we'll see. Someone said this is the first time since 2005 that I don't get Madden. So that's 14 years of the same game you've been playing. No, I know they add different stuff. Did you know that there's listen, I have to be fair about it. I know what they do. I know that they add stuff. I have people that, like, in my life that have played lots of sports games, and I've had arguments with them. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy, right? If you're willing to throw the money at EA, I mean, I would like to stop you personally, but I can't, so... but I forget which company does this. Maybe it's EA, but we've gotten to the point now with visuals where there's, like, promotional images for basketball games where they will show you the previous year and the character will be dry, and they'll show you this new year's basketball game and the character will be sweaty. That's 2K? Okay, because the sweat tech looks better. Like, the sweaty basketball players look like better graphics. But yeah, I mean, even though the previous year also had sweat, they show you the picture without the sweat, and then they show you the picture with the sweat. I mean, look it up. It's something I saw. Maybe I'm telling tall tales out of school, as they would say. But I don't know. 2K shows ads before each game. Sometimes I'm forgetting that I'm playing Mario Maker, and when I hear "Oh!" I'm like, wait a minute. Super Smash Bros. 6 will have sweat tech for every character. But the graphics ceiling has been talked about since the N64. I mean, you've seen the fucking magazine cover where it's like, could graphics get any better than this? And it's Unreal. It's the Unreal game, the first one, and it's just like awful and crusty. I'm definitely saying that incorrect, but I think, you know, visuals are, yeah, I mean, more and more shaders and effects and things are going to happen to make games look more realistic and amazing. I'm not saying we're done with graphical fidelity, like, that's always going to be a thing, especially as resolution on TVs increase. But I think the power of video game consoles and all that stuff is going to go more towards more shit on the screen at the same time. Because you can get a relatively nice-looking game. You can get a very nice-looking game if you just hide some of the detail and have it run well. But, you know, 10 years from now, there's just going to be, like, fucking infinite detail. Which isn't really gameplay essential, but it's nice. I just want a Nintendo Switch that can run Dragon Quest Builders 2 without lagging, for one. And, you know, a Switch that can play the ports that people put on it that are good games. Like, it would be great if The Witcher 3 was gonna look amazing on the Switch. Because that game portable, I would probably buy it and give it another shot. But as is, I don't think I want to play the cruster